Imagine a single book, penned in the shadow of the space race, so explosive in its revelations that the CIA locked it away for nearly 6 decades. A tome that doesn't just rewrite history but foretells cataclysms yet to come, pole shifts that could unravel civilization in hours. This isn't the plot of a thriller novel. It's the reality of the Adam and Eve story by Dr. Chan Thomas, a document deemed too dangerous for public eyes. What secrets did it hold to warrant such suppression? And why, in an age of transparency, does it still whisper warnings we ignore at our peril? Welcome to the Stateless Standard, where we dissect the hidden threads of power, history, and human resilience, far from the distractions of partisan theater. Today we embark on an 8-minute odyssey through forbidden knowledge, the cataclysmic visions of the Adam and Eve story, blending ancient lore, cutting-edge science, and the enigmatic hand of intelligence agencies. By journey's end, you'll question not just our past, but the fragility of our present. Let's turn the page. To grasp this enigma, we must first meet its author. Dr. Chan Thomas was no armchair speculator. He was a brilliant engineer at McDonnell Douglas, the aerospace giant behind Apollo missions and stealth aircraft. In 1966, amid humanity's bold leap toward the stars, Thomas published The Adam and Eve Story, a 284-page manifesto not of celestial triumph, but terrestrial doom. He envisioned Earth not as a stable cradle, but a volatile sphere prone to apocalyptic resets every few millennia. At its core, the theory of catastrophic pole shifts. Thomas posited that Earth's outer crust, that thin shell we call home, periodically decouples from the viscous mantle below, sliding like a loose orange peel over the planet's molten core. This isn't gradual drift. It's a violent lurch, up to 2,000 miles at the equator, triggered by imbalances in ice caps or cosmic forces. The result? Supersonic winds scouring the surface, mega tsunamis swallowing continents, and earthquakes shattering mountains into dust. In mere hours, landscapes invert. Poles become tropics, oceans surge over highlands, and winds howl at 1,000 miles per hour. Thomas didn't invent this nightmare. He amplified it from earlier visionaries. Enter Charles Hapgood, the unassuming Harvard historian who in the 1950s upended geology with Earth's shifting crust. Hapgood argued that ancient maps like the Piri Reis chart depicting an ice-free Antarctica proved rapid polar wander, not the slow tectonics of modern textbooks. Dismissed by the establishment as fringe, Hapgood found an unlikely champion, Albert Einstein. The father of relativity penned the foreword to Hapgood's sequel, The Path of the Pole, praising its ingenious mechanics and urging further study. Einstein saw potential in Hapgood's math. Centrifugal forces from Earth's spin, amplified by uneven polar ice, could indeed torque the crust loose. Thomas seized this baton, racing it toward apocalypse. He dated the last shift to around 1650 BCE, echoing the biblical expulsion from Eden, and linked prior events to the Younger Dryas, a sudden 1,200-year deep freeze ending 11,600 years ago. Geological scars abound: flash-frozen mammoths in Siberia, mid-bite on buttercups, Carolina bays, enigmatic craters from aerial ice bombardments, and Göbekli Tepe, a 12,000-year-old Turkish temple buried deliberately, as if its builders foresaw the end. Thomas wove these into a tapestry of recurring doom. Every 6,500 years, humanity's slate is wiped clean, survivors reduced to Adam and Eve, seeding myths of fallen paradises. What elevates Thomas from theorist to prophet are the echoes in antiquity. Nearly every culture harbors a deluge tale: Noah's flood in Genesis, Utnapishtim's ark in the Epic of Gilgamesh, the Inca's watery purge by Viracocha. Thomas decoded these not as moral fables, but encoded eyewitness accounts, garbled survivor logs of pole shift tsunamis cresting 2,000 feet. Consider Atlantis, Plato's 9,000-year-old superpower, engulfed in one dreadful day and night of fire and flood. Was it real? Santorini's volcanic cataclysm fits the timeline, but Thomas eyed the Richat structure in Mauritania, an eye-like bullseye of eroded rings visible from space, perhaps the drowned heart of a pre-flood empire. Even Egypt's Great Sphinx bears witness. Its enclosure walls, etched with vertical water erosion, defy 4,500 years of desert exposure. Geologist Robert Schoch dates the scars to 7,000 to 10,000 BCE, a rainy epoch shattered by the Younger Dryas. And in the Pacific, Mu's ghosts linger. The Yonaguni Monument, a submerged Japanese ziggurat, Easter Island's Moai toppled by great waves from the sea. These aren't coincidences, they're breadcrumbs from civilizations brighter than ours, extinguished in the churn. Yet for all its prescience, the Adam and Eve story met a sinister fate. Post-publication, the CIA seized copies, classifying the manuscript under national security pretexts. In 2013, amid FOIA pressure, a gutted version surfaced. 57 pages from 284, blacked out in swathes. Why the veil? Thomas's aerospace ties hint at deeper layers. He dabbled in UFO propulsion, anti-gravity tech, perhaps linking pole shifts to extraterrestrial interventions or suppressed energy sources. Or was it simpler, a blueprint for vulnerability, exposing how fragile our gridlocked world truly is? In an era of EMP fears and solar flares, a pole shift primer might arm dissidents or terrify taxpayers funding the illusion of control. Fast forward to today, Thomas's harbingers stalk the headlines. Quakes and eruptions spike. 2024 alone saw Iceland's fissures and Japan's megathrusts. The magnetic North Pole races toward Siberia at 34 miles per year, double the 1990s pace. Our shield thins. Cosmic rays pierce deeper, spiking auroras at equatorial latitudes. NASA confirms a looming field reversal, last seen 780,000 years ago, potentially frying satellites and dooming migrations. Climate models echo the younger Dryas. Methane burps from permafrost could plunge us into ice anew. Critics rightly note Thomas's flaws. Crustal slips defy plate tectonics crawl. But his hybrids ring true. Rapid ice melt, geomagnetic excursions, even asteroid brushes like the Clovis impact. So what legacy for the Adam and Eve story? Not panic, but prudence. It urges us to honor the ancients' wisdom, decentralize power, harden against shocks, revive lost arts. In a stateless vision, resilience blooms from sovereignty, not bunkers but bonds, not secrets but shared scrutiny. Thomas reminds us, history isn't linear triumph, but cyclic rebirth. We've risen from ashes before, we'll forge wiser worlds yet. If this forbidden chronicle stirred your intellect, subscribe to the Stateless Standard for more unredacted truths, and comment, pole shift or psyop, what's your take? Share to awaken a friend. Stay vigilant, stay sovereign. Until next time, stay free.